Alrighty, so this is going to be our geometry class that I know you guys are going to be doing amazing at here, right? Okay, so these ones right here, let's go through, and it's actually pretty easy as long as you follow along, pay attention. You don't have your earbud in, or I will start confiscating stuff.
I'm trying to.
Thank you. All right, so let's take a look at this. So angle D, what is angle D going to be? 38. And it is the reference angle. Very good on that one. Here, look, you get one of those. Just for being, yes. Candy, stop it. All right, so the length of DF. 17. It's not degrees, just 17 units, because it's the measure of a side. What are you trying to find?
The opposite.
Nope.
Reverse.
Wait, is that 19?
90 degrees. Adjacent.
Wait, what is that?
What minus 90 degrees?
X, or I would refer to it as what?
Y.
What's the name of that side?
The adjacent. Oh, frick.
No.
Hypotenuse.
No.
A.
No.
J.
Okay. I kind of heard something correct over there. Yes. FE, thank you.
What?
Why is it FE?
Because it's where the X sign is.
That's the side, right?
Oh.
Just like this one right here said DF. I'm looking for FE.
So we write FE?
Yes.
Why not?
Or EF would also work too, so.
Or G?
No. Alright, so on this problem right here, it's asking for okay. Conversation, you guys. I really need you guys. I can't hear other people over here. So please. What trigonomic ratio will work? So first, I need to start identifying. My reference angle here is going to be what?
D.
D, or 38, right?
Yeah.
So this is my reference angle here.
Okay.
This side over here is called the opposite. So I'm going to put an O over there. This side right here is? This side is? Adjacent, right? So, our trig ratios that we know, what was the mnemonic that I told you guys about yesterday? Everyone, what is it? How's it go?
Some old hippie
Triple acid.
There we go. Some old hippie caught another hippie. There we go. Apples. Okay. Anyway, but they gotta be free-range organic apples. Okay.
Tried organic.
Now,
Organic.
what information do I have? I have tangent. Yes, it's going to be tangent. But what information do I have? Very good. Opposite and adjacent. Here you go. You ready? You ready? You got this.
No, you don't. Told you.
Okay, good. All right, so we have opposite and adjacent, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm looking for the opposite, and I have the adjacent. So that means that that's going to be a tangent, right? Okay. So I'm going to put tan of 38 degrees is equal to, now tangent's always what over what?
Opposite over adjacent.
So I'm going to use x over, what is adjacent?
17.
Very good. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys how to solve for this here in a minute. Okay. So we're going to go through and do the same things every time. Steps for solving an unknown side. Label a triangle. Did I do that?
Yes.
Yes. Opposite, hypotenuse, adjacent. Yes, I did label it. Okay. Determine which trig ratio to use. Did we do that?
Yes.
Okay. Write down our equation. Yep. We hit it right here. Solve for unknown. Okay, solve for unknown. So now, you guys actually have, since I have to do this twice, I'm not going to do it on the line paper, but you guys are going to flip it over. Okay, so on your line paper, or right here, it's going to be tangent of 38 degrees is equal to x over 17. So you guys got the line paper underneath this too, right? Yeah, so this is going to be on the right-hand page, not the left-hand page, because our notes are always on the right-hand page, right? Our notes are always on the right hand. So page 11 should be on the right page, shouldn't it? Page 11 should be on the right side. There we go. Good. Now, we're trying to isolate the x, right? That is my unknown value. You guys agree?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, since my x is on the right-hand side, I have a fraction over here. Using algebra, how would I clear out my fraction? Multiply both sides by 17. Why 17? It's the bottom. It's always going to, if your variable's on the right-hand side here, you're always going to multiply by the bottom. Even if it is a variable, it's always going to work out like that. If your variable's on the right-hand side, you're always going to multiply by the bottom. If it's an x, if it's a 17, whatever it is, you multiply by the bottom number. So this one right here, what's going to happen to the 17 here, 17 there?
It's gonna
Cancel out. Those cancel. So now I have 17 times tangent 38 degrees is equal to x. Now, is x by itself?
no.
Yes, it is. It's over there, all by itself on the right-hand side, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, once you get to that point, we could actually plug it into our handy-dandy calculator. It's the... Wrong one.
13.3 degrees.
Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, I pick up the calculator. What is the number one thing that you're going to make a mistake on here?
The degrees.
The degrees. Is your calculator in degrees? It is. Make sure you double check. Your calculator has to be in degree mode right here, right? Very good.
Yes.
Now it's in degrees. So let's go ahead and plug in what we have here. 17 times tangent. So there's my trig button. Of 38 degrees.
Does it really matter if we put the degree sign?
Yeah. It does, because if you accidentally mess up and your calculator is in the wrong mode, that degree symbol will force your calculator to be in degrees for that reason. Press the pi button, the button with the pi on it. Nope, down, 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 down to your other side, right there. No, other side, keep going, keep going, keep going. All the way to the edge, that's pi. Right there. See the pi?
Oh.
The one with the picture of pi on it. Okay, so hit enter. So what should my answer be? 13.3. Okay, because it's 2, 8, right? Yes.
So the way I learned it by using the numbers instead of the tangent of the.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Same thing. Okay. All right, so now we got 13.3 is going to be my answer. So x about so right here we came up with this one is x is about 13.3. Okay. So let's do the same thing for this triangle, ABC now. Now, what is my reference angle? 40. So I'm going to use that as my reference angle. So from there, this side is opposite. This side is? This side is?
Adjacent.
Very good. What two things am I using? Hypotenuse and opposite, right?
Yeah.
What uses opposite and hypotenuse?
Listen.
Sin, right? Sine, sin. So we're going to put sine. What's my equation going to look like?
It's x over 7.
I know, but got to write out the whole thing.
And so
X.
equals
40
over 7.
X over 7, very good. Where did I get x over 7? X is my unknown, right?
Always solve that.
Okay, and 7 is my hypotenuse, right? Did I lose anyone? Okay, so I'm going to flip to the back again.
What's the line?
Yeah. So go to line paper on this so you guys could actually do the math here. What am I going to do to both sides of the equation?
Times it by 7.
Woo, multiply by 7. So I get 7 sine of 40 is equal to x, because 7's cancel, right? Is this by itself now?
Yeah.
Now can I plug this in? Yes, I can. 7 times sine 40 degrees. 4.5. Very good. So x is going to be about 4.5. All right, let's take a look. So x is about 4.5. Okay, now let's look at JKL. What's the first thing I have to do? Label it. What's my reference angle?
62.
So I'm starting 62. So this side over here is?
Opposite.
This side is? Adjacent. And this one is? Okay, which ones am I working with? Opposite and?
Adjacent.
Okay, because that's the unknown, right? Opposite and adjacent, right? So opposite and adjacent is what ratio?
C. To tangent.
Opposite adjacent is tangent. Okay, did you write this down?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, good.
Is what you said?
It's going to be tangent.
Wait, what's it? Oh,
Because right here, from here, we have, if you look, I have the opposite, right? And I'm looking for adjacent. So opposite and adjacent together is going to be tangent.
okay, there.
Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and write our equation. So tan of what?
62 degrees.
Equals
24 over x.
24 over x, right?
Solve the same.
Nope. Yes and no. Go ahead. All right, so let's flip it over. I'm going to rewrite it again. Tan of 62 equals 24 over x. All right. Okay, let's see if you guys paid attention. What do I have to do here now? Multiply by x. Very good. You earned that, candy. Okay, you have to multiply by x. Why am I multiplying by x?
Because it's the bottom.
Bottom. You're trying to cancel out that fraction you have there, so you're going to multiply each time by the bottom if it's a number or a variable. So when I do that, those cancel there, right? So now it's going to be x times tangent of 62 is equal to 24. Is my x by itself?
No.
No. What's happening to that x?
Be multiplied.
It's multiplying. Now, how do I undo a multiplication? Divide. Very good. So if I want to get the x by itself, I have to get rid of the tan, right? So the tan 62. So I have to divide both sides by, not 62, tan 62. So whole thing. Got to do the whole thing. So now, tan 62 over tan 62, what happens there? And now we have x equals 24 over tan of 62. Now, in my handy dandy calculator, how do we set up that fraction? I know, how do I do that? Remember, control divide will set up the fraction for you. So it's 24 over tan
Why don't you just divide it?
62 degrees. It works out the same. I'm just trying to show you to set it up. On occasion, you're going to have some complicated problems, and if you separate the fraction like this, it makes it easier. And we come up with 12.8. Very good. So x is about 12.8. Yes. All right. You guys ready? All right, listen up, you guys. So we could solve for the entire triangle. Now that you know what x is, solve for the hypotenuse. Okay? What are the three different ways you could use? So for this case right here, to solve for the hypotenuse, what's the first way I could do? If I know this side, so we say this is now 12.8. What would be the first way I could use to solve for the hypotenuse of that triangle? What type of triangle is it?
Right.
It's a right.
Right.
Okay, it's a right triangle, isn't it? All right triangles, you can use what?
9 degrees.
Shh. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, ask. Yeah, we could. So we could actually do that. That's what I was asking. So that's one way of doing it. Okay, so what they were saying, or what you were saying was, can't we just put another variable over here? Say yes. Okay, so I'm going to call it a y. So from this angle, this would be, I know this one, so that would be opposite, and this is hypotenuse, right? So that would be the sine, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So I could use sine. Okay, can I use cosine? If I now know that this adjacent is 12.8, and this is unknown, isn't this adjacent over hypotenuse? That is cosine. It is a right triangle. All right triangles you could solve for missing side using, someone say it, Pythagorean Theorem. Pythagorean Theorem. Pythagorean Theorem. Pythagorean Theorem. Hey, what theorem?
Pythagorean Theorem.
Okay, Pythagorean Theorem. So if we're ever trying to find a missing side of a right triangle, you could always use the...
Pythagorean Theorem.
Okay. So, to show you guys, it's going to be... I'm going to put it out. A squared plus B squared equals C squared, right? Just like we did the other day in class. Now, I'm going to use Pythagorean Theorem on this one. So I know that this is 12.8, this is 24. So what letter of my Pythagorean Theorem would this one be? That one's my C, right?
Yeah. The second one is it SOS?
No, COS, cos, cosine. So let's try Pythagorean Theorem on this one. So we say that it's going to be 24 squared plus 12.8 squared equals C squared, right? My missing side, the hypotenuse of that triangle. Right? Let's do the math. So 24 squared plus 12.8 squared. I get C squared is equal to 739.84. How do I undo a square? Square root. So I'm going to square root both sides. So control, square root, and I go 739.84, 27.2.
What is it?
So C is going to be about 27.2. So, okay. Now, we solve for this one right here. So we solve for that value. Now, let's take a look. Here's K over here, right? We know that these two, from what we did yesterday, these two right here had to add up to how much?
180.
90.
9 degrees.
These two are 90. All three are 180.
One.
So these two are 90. So these things are complementary. So what would angle K have to be? What is it? 28. 28, because both these together have to add up to 90, right? Yes. Yes, all three together with the 90 would add up to 180. Okay? You guys got questions?
No.
Is that pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
Yes.
wait, so the answer for the last one was 28?
Yeah, 28 degrees. All right, so now your guys' practice right here.
Can someone pass it over here?
Okay, these practices right here, you guys make sure you set it up. Go by this checklist. You guys got the last 10 minutes of class. Like, subscribe.